Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to getting genuinely well informed. Today, we're tackling two terms that honestly seem to trip people up all the time. They get used almost interchangeably: artificial intelligence, AI, and automation. You might think they're basically the same thing, but as we're about to unpack, they're actually quite distinct. Our mission today is really to clarify those core differences. We'll use some everyday examples, hopefully, give you that aha moment, and just a clearer way to see the tech that's, well, all around us. Because these technologies, they aren't just buzzwords anymore, are they? They're shaping, everything from your morning commute to how you manage your email inbox. So understanding what each really brings to the table, it's becoming essential. Okay, so what is the core distinction here? Let's unpack this.
Yeah, it's fascinating how often they're confused because, their fundamental purpose is quite different. At its heart, automation is all about efficiency. It's about making a process faster, more consistent, usually by following a predetermined set of fixed rules. Very straightforward. AI, though, that's about intelligence. It's about learning. It's about adapting. It can even sometimes create new rules or insights just from looking at data. Maybe think of it like this. Does it think or learn? Automation? No. It just executes the plan. AI? Absolutely. Learning from experience is core to what it does. Okay, does it follow a fixed rule? Automation, yes. Strictly, that's its job. AI also follows rules, but here's the key difference. It can derive new rules. It spots these complex patterns and huge amounts of data, things a human just couldn't pre-program. And what about change? When things get unpredictable, automation needs a human to step in to reprogram it. AI, on the other hand, is designed to constantly learn and adapt on its own, even to situations it hasn't seen before. So, automation is brilliant for those predictable, repetitive tasks. AI really comes into its own in complex, data-heavy situations where things are always changing.
Okay, that distinction, thinking versus just doing, that really starts to make sense when you see it like in action. And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. How do these differences actually play out in our daily lives? Because that's where it clicks for most people, right?
Right.
Like, take your morning commute. If you set your car's cruise control, that's pure automation. Classic example. It follows one fixed rule: maintain this specific speed. That's it. But then you open up Google Maps or Waze.
Ah, yes, that's the AI kicking in. It's not just following one rule. It's constantly analyzing real-time traffic data. It's learning from, millions of data points, predicting where congestion might happen, and then it dynamically suggests alternative routes before you even hit the jam.
Yes.
It adapts to the chaos.
That adaptability is huge.
Yeah, exactly. Or think about something really simple, like getting coffee at work. You press a button on the standard coffee machine for your espresso. That's automation. One task done repeatedly, precisely the same way. But imagine let's say, a smart coffee machine, one that learns over time what you like. Maybe it notices you always grab a double shot on Mondays, or perhaps when your calendar looks crazy busy, and then it actually suggests it to you. Hey, looks like a busy morning, need that double shot.
Okay, that's AI learning my caffeine habits.
Exactly. It's learning and adapting to your specific shifting patterns.
And it's not just coffee, right? What about managing email? That's another place we see both. Setting up an out-of-office reply that feels very rule-based. Or maybe a filter that automatically moves emails from my boss to a specific folder.
Yep. Pure automation, following the fixed rules you set up. But then you see things that feel, smarter.
Like Gmail finishing my sentences.
Precisely. Smart Compose, or think about sophisticated spam detection. These aren't just simple if-then rules. They understand context. Smart Compose predicts what you're likely to type next, based on how you write. Spam filters learn these incredibly complex, evolving patterns to catch new threats that didn't exist yesterday. No two spam emails are identical, but the AI adapts. It learns beyond its initial programming. That's the real dividing line.
Okay, so that distinction is much clearer now. When should you actually choose one over the other? When is automation enough, and when do you really need AI?
Well, it really boils down to the task itself. Use automation when things are repetitive, predictable, rule-based. Yeah. Generating standard invoices, sending out scheduled reports, basic data entry, stuff like that. Yeah. But when you need decisions made where the environment is always changing, when you need to spot really subtle patterns or have a system learn from totally new information, that's AI territory. Think fraud detection systems or those increasingly smart chatbots or personalized recommendation engines online. And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, often the best, most powerful solutions come when AI and automation actually work together. They're not always separate.
Ah, so they can be a team.
Absolutely. Right. Think about a customer support system, for example.
Yeah.
Automation could instantly route the incoming support ticket to the right department based on keywords. That's fast and efficient. Then, AI could analyze the specific problem the customer described, understand the nuance, and maybe suggest the best possible, most relevant response to the human agent. You get speed from automation and intelligence from AI. It leads to faster, smarter, more dynamic service.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, what does this all mean for you listening? The core takeaway seems pretty clear. Automation is basically about doing things efficiently, following the script, while AI is about doing things intelligently,
Yeah.
learning, adapting, maybe even improvising.
Exactly. And just knowing that difference, it's actually pretty empowering. It helps you make smarter choices, whether you're just, setting up a reminder on your phone or maybe evaluating some big new tech solution for your business. It lets you ask the right questions about the kind of smarts you're really dealing with.
So maybe next time you interact with some piece of technology, just pause for a second and think, am I just seeing efficient automation here? Or is there an intelligent AI working behind the scenes, learning and adapting? How might understanding that difference actually change how you approach your daily tasks, or even what you expect from the technology around us? And thinking further ahead, as AI continues to learn and get more capable, what does this fundamental difference really mean for the future of human roles? Will our own understanding of intelligence start to blur these lines we've just talked about?